Is this your first time in Latvia and have you enjoyed it?
It is actually. I got here last night actually, so around 11:30. It absolutely was a beautiful sight to see really. So river and sort of lights around bridges. It was beautiful getting here getting from the airport to here really actually. So really enjoyed this morning. And I think to be honest, I always wanted to visit Eastern Europe really, but I haven't seen much of Eastern Europe. Latvia was definitely on my list of it. So I'm really glad and pleased to be here actually.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. About the conference, how can you compare it to other conferences around Europe, maybe around the world, because you're traveling a lot, you're giving presentations a lot.
Yeah.
So how is this compared to the others?
Good question there actually. I think I've been to around at least 20 conferences in the last 18 months actually, and most of them I've spoken with around. So it's most of the conferences I've been to have been in Europe itself. Probably some have been in Middle East, but this is one of the best ones I have seen actually until now. So all of the ones, they have similar format, not much variations. This one, the way it's been organized, the way it's got different streams of tracks, I think it's absolutely perfect the way it's been done. And the way it's been organized has been by the organizers. They've done a really good job. I was just mentioning to Christine and everybody else, the teams, they are amazing team actually doing all this really. So it's really enjoyed with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and what about the topics? Like you are speaking now here about the topics in this conference.
Yeah. Most of the topics actually I've noticed from other speakers, they have really good content as well. So there are 9 tracks and they're absolutely brilliant tracks, different sort of variations on different subjects, that's a very good combination as well. My topic has been in this morning actually was more around data protection, data security, data governance, data leakage prevention or data loss prevention. The second topic I have this afternoon is about security culture, because security culture is absolutely crucial to everything actually else in the business. The way I think about it is, we've been doing security technology wise. We've used technology so much, but we've always done technology does process, store, and work with data. So we do patch, we do make sure everything is done for it. But same thing is with the people, and we don't do enough for the people, and that's where the awareness is so much important. Because if you think about it, the people do work with data day in, day out in their business, in the organization, even at home really. So it's crucial for them to understand how they use the data, how they handle it, the most sensitive part of it, sensitive data at least.
Okay, so what are the basic canons for the culture, for the security culture? Like the basic stuff people should be aware of, should do, shouldn't do.
I think the basic stuff people should be aware of about is the absolutely basics key really. If it were in in a personal life, passwords, strong passwords, changing passwords, that's one of the ways. Second thing is patching, keeping the systems patched up at least, because this is where the problems come from. Sometimes it's not about users clicking on wrong things, but also about they're going onto websites which have been compromised, and because of which they get compromised. That's the second thing actually. Third thing is about making sure they don't click on the wrong thing. So making them aware, keeping them informed that there are these kind of threats which actually take advantage of their innocence and stuff really. So those are things as well. So patching is definitely important. The other areas they need to focus on is about making sure the devices they buy, like IoTs and stuff, they need to be, either from a recognized vendor who believes in security. So those kind of things, because the attacks we've seen the last week actually about IoT which sort of affected half of the internet, that wouldn't have happened if people were also aware about they have changed their passwords and stuff really on the devices, and if of course they had patched their systems and stuff really. So
and how do one can engage and promote security culture, and with whom to talk about it? With one individual, with a group, or with a nation?
I think that's a very good question. If I look at it as an organization wide, say every organization started at things like these promoting it. Of course, it has to be at a national level, of course, but beyond that, I think everybody works some way or the other, or engages in say education or something. We have to make a part of every sector of this. Basically, it's not IT related. It's basically more for everyone. The way we try and promote to people actually in the business where I work for is we talk about that cybercrime actually affects everyone. This is why we all need to be aware about it at least. And the engagement methods could be various. It could be in person, could be through wire videos, could be through various classroom sessions, lunch and learn sessions. There are many ways we can probably do it. It's just about making sure everybody gets covered in it really. So even if they don't use PCs at work, they use it probably at home. So they need to be aware about things actually which affect them.
But is that a work for NGOs or is it governmental issue?
Good question, actually. In that's charity, government organizations, NGOs, and all those stuff. I think we need to have specialists dedicating some of their time, like as a helping out. And this is where I've been trying to focus on as well. Actually, in fact, I've been looking at opportunities where I can be involved with NGOs, with charity organizations to help some time. Because if I have some spare time, why not use it for someone's benefit? It's always a good thing to do, really. So definitely, I'm sure there are many more specialists like me, who would be interested in these things, these kind of concepts.
Okay, and can you picture the world, I don't know, maybe about in 10 years regarding security culture?
That's a tricky one there. So yeah, I think that probably it's difficult to say, because the way the devices are growing on the internet is probably in the next 5 years, 10 years, we're going to be looking at around 50 billion or more than 50 billion devices connected to the internet. Today, as of now, I think we have around 6.5 billion devices, and we've seen massive attacks which can affect, half of the internet. So going beyond this, I think unless a lot of things are done to, make sure that these devices are kept safe, people are, aware about things, what to be looking for, I don't see a lot of good things there because of the problems we see. But I'm sure once the people are with it, people are accepting the way it should be, it should improve at some point, I would imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And maybe some wishes to the viewers.
Thank you so much. I think the main thing is, thank you so much for having me here. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you stay cyber safe across it.